What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of 101. Now today, about the crossover event, the Elseworld crossover event. We're gonna watch the trailer for it, or a sneak preview, or a promo for it. And then I'm gonna get my thoughts and my reactions to that. And then we're also gonna keep going on with the story of the heroes of the future. Okay? So without further ado, let's get started. Woo!
Hold up.
So right now, Raven is at Fidel's house talking to Kara, and she's like, "Are you sure it's okay for them to come help me with?" Still don't have a name for her yet, guys. We're gonna call her Regina. Yeah. So Raven is at Kara's house and talking to her about the kids, and she's like, "Are you sure it's okay for them to come with me to help with Regina?" And Kara's like, "Yeah, they're strong enough. I believe they can handle it." And she's like, "My son is strong. He's strong enough to carry his own. So yeah, I do believe they can carry this on by themselves." And so Raven's like, "Okay, but if anything happens, I'm calling the league in." And then Kara's like, "The league? What about the Titans?" She was like, "I don't think the Titans would be able to help us. You know, everybody's just doing their own thing right now." And then Kara's like, "Yeah, you might be right." She's like, "Whatever I can do, I'll try to, but you know, the only thing I can really do is just keep an eye on them at school and stuff like that." And Raven's like, "Okay, thanks, Kara." And she gives her a hug, and then she runs out. Fidel and Corianne, they run out with her, and Fidel grabs Raven's arm, and she's like, "Hey, stop! Where are you going?" She's like, "We gotta get home, cause Regina is losing it right now." And so Fidel's like, "Okay, me and Corianne, we'll go with you right now and talk to her." And so they all fly to Raven house, and Beast Boy is like running around the house as a mouse, you know, dodging all this different stuff, because Regina's powers are going everywhere. Like, you can see that her self-soul is emerged, and she wasn't able to do that at first. And if she did, you know, it was just the Raven. But now it's like her entire entity is in this self-soul. And you can see that the same costume that her mom had when she portrays her self-soul, it's the same type of one that she has, but it's kind of like blackish, kind of like whitish and stuff like that. Because she is dealing with the dark side and the pure side of her powers and stuff like that. And she only wants the pure side of her powers, so that's what she's fighting for. And then so Fidel and Corianne, they run into the room where Regina is at, and they're like, "Regina, you gotta calm down. Calm down." And Fidel's just watching Corianne talk to her, and he's like, "Corianne, we gotta wake her up somehow." And then Regina's like, she's like gasping for air, like she is like suffocating. It's because Trigon is taking a hold on her. Like, he is really doing a number on Regina right now. Raven cannot bear to like lose her daughter to her father and stuff like that. Even though that is his granddaughter, you know, Raven still doesn't want any part to do with Trigon and stuff like that. So Raven tells Fidel and Corianne that she can send them into Regina's mind, but it's going to be dangerous. Like, their worst nightmare is going to come to pass, and they had to be able to fight it. And so Fidel's like, "Do it." So Raven touches Fidel and Corianne foreheads, and she sends them into Regina's mind. And Regina's like stuck in this black box. Like, you can see the box, and you can see her inside just banging it and banging it and banging it, trying to get out. And so Fidel and Corianne, they're like watching her. They're like, "Raven, what do we do?" And Raven's like, "You gotta break her out of that bell." I said bell. Raven's like, "You gotta break her out of that cell. That's the only way that she's gonna take full control again." And so Fidel's like, "How do we do that?" And Corianne's like, "I think I know how." And Fidel looks at her. He's like, "Okay, what?" And Corianne's like, "If we're in her mind, then she's just trapping herself. She doesn't believe that she can get out of it. So what we have to do is we have to make her believe." And Fidel's like, how are we gonna do that? And Corian's like, we gotta let her break herself out. Just give her what she needs. So Fidel and Corian, they run up to the cell and they start, like, the cell is like kind of like made out of like this tough glass. So Fidel starts banging on the glass and stuff like that, and nothing is happening. All you can hear is like, doosh, doosh, doosh. And the glass is not even like breaking at all. There's like not even a scratch on the glass. And Raven comes up to the part of the glass where they are at, and she puts her hand on the glass and she's like looking at him, like, and you can tell that she's kind of like upset and sad at the same time, but she's also getting kind of angry. And we know that Trigon can take a better hold if the host is more angry and more, upset and mad and stuff like that. So Fidel's like, Regina, whatever you do, do not get angry. We're going to break you out. You got to trust us. And she's like, I trust you. But you can't really hear it because it's like muffled through the glass. And she's like, I trust you. Just please hurry. And so Corianne, try to fire up her hand and, shoot it at the glass, but she gets hit. And it's no other than Blackfire. Blackfire is her worst nightmare because she feels like everything that her mom went through with her sister, that she's going to go through the same thing with her aunt. Like, she feels like her and her aunt are not going to have a good connection. Even though Blackfire kind of like became good in a sense, Corianne feels like she's going to go evil again, and then she's going to bring her with her. And so Corianne is like fighting Blackfire, and they're like shooting these energy blasts at each other and stuff like that. And Fidel is like still banging on the glass and banging and banging and banging. And Raven's like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And Fidel's like, just calm down. We're gonna get you out. And so he thinks back to what Corianne was telling him earlier, that the only way she's gonna break free is if she does it herself. And so Fidel touches the glass and he's like, Raven, you gotta listen to me. You can break yourself out. You just have to believe that you can do it. If you trust yourself enough, you'll take full control and you'll be able to set yourself free. And before she can say something, Fidel gets grabbed by the hood of his hoodie and he gets slammed to the ground. And when he looks up, it's his mom. And he's like, what is my mom doing here? Then he realized that his worst fear is not living up to the Kryptonian name, not living up to the Superman symbol, not living up to the reputation that they have. So Kara's like, hello, son. And Fidel's like, you're not my mom. And he starts running towards her, and he slides under her, and then he like kicks her in the back, and she flies through the glass, and Raven kind of like jumps back because she's kind of like startled. And then it goes to Corianne and Blackstar, and they're like fighting it out. Like, Corianne has Blackfire like to the wall, and Blackfire is like throwing all these energy beams at Corianne. And Corianne is like, Blackfire, you gotta stop. Please, you got to stop. And Blackfire is like, the only thing that I have to stop is nothing. And Corianne is like, she's getting mad. And because she has, Nightwing, abilities and, the detective skills, she kind of like analyzes everything. And so she knows that what Blackfire is going to do next. So Blackfire is like, she flies up and she floats, and then her hand starts to glow black. It's like all black energy, well, black and purple. And she like shoots this ray around the whole room, and Fidel sees this and he takes it as an opportunity, and he jumps behind his mom and he pushes her into the beam, and Corianne like flies beside Fidel, and she's like, what are we gonna do? Like, I don't know how to fight her. And Fidel's like, maybe we don't. Maybe the only way that Raven is gonna set herself free is if she sees that she's needed. Like, if she sees that we're in danger, maybe it'll set a trigger in her. So Fidel's like, hey mom, you want me? Come and get me. And his mom like flies straight towards him. And then Corianne is like, I can't believe I'm about to do this. But then she's like, hey auntie, I'm right here. So if you're gonna do anything, You might as well do it now. Her aunt flies straight to her too. And they both grab each of them by the neck. So Corianne and Fidel are like stuck in the hole of their fear. And their fear is like it's like absorbing their life force. And Fidel's mom is like slamming him to the ground while she's taking up his life force. And Corianne aunt is like sucking all the energy from Corianne. So all her alien energy that she has from her mom, Blackfire is just like taking all of it. And Raven sees this and she's like getting angry and getting angrier and getting angrier. And she's like, let him go! But it's still muffled, so she's like, let him go! Let him go! And nothing is happening. Like, all the energy and all the life force from both of them is starting to deplete. And Raven can sense that they're starting to die. And she thinks that she should pull them out. And she's about to, but Beast Boy comes in and he's like, no, let them handle this. In the real world, so you see Fidel, Corianne, and Regina bodies are starting to shake. And they're starting to shake a lot, like they're in a seizure. So Raven is like really contemplating. So Raven is really struggling with letting them keep going on or taking them out. So Regina is like banging the glasses. She's like, okay, I gotta help them. If I don't, they're gonna die, and it's all my fault. Oh my gosh. And then you see that she, like, out of nowhere, she kind of like comes to her senses, and she's like, no, it's not gonna happen. I am the daughter of Raven, and the daughter of Beast Boy, the two most famous, popular heroes at all. They were part of the Teen Titans. I know I can be a great hero just like them. Fidel was right. All I have to do is just believe in myself. Become pure. So Regina's like, all I have to do is really just believe in myself. Let everything go. And that's what she does. Regina closes her eyes and she looks inside of herself. And she can see that light coming brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. To where that light energy that she has is like flowing the whole room. And she's like, let them go! And the glass shatters and the fear that Fidel and Corianne like it can't like emerge from their fears is like completely gone. Like she destroyed everything. And they all wake up in the real world like gasping for air. So they're like and Raven and Beast Boy like grabs Regina. They're like holding her tight and they're like, oh my gosh, baby, are you okay? Are you okay? And Fidel and Corianne, they're like looking at each other like, what just happened? They're like, did she really just do that? And you see Regina, she's like floating up, but her appearance is like changing. Like instead of having black hair, she has white hair. And her suit is now a little bit more white than black. So what her suit means is that it shows you the level of purification that she has. So the more white that she has on her suit, the more purification that she has. The more black she has on her suit, the more darkness she has in her, and stuff like that. So she's like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. And she falls to the ground and she hugs Corianne and Fidel. She's like, thank you guys. Thank you so much. If it wasn't for you guys, I would have been stuck in there. I would have died. And Fidel's like, what are best friends for? And Corianne's like, best friends, huh? And Regina starts laughing. She's like, guys, I love you guys so much. And she like hugs Fidel and he's like, yeah, it's a little bit too much right now in front of your parents. And then you see his mom come in and she's like, I heard everything that happened and I got worried. And then Raven's like, I thought you said you wasn't worried, that they can handle the situation. And she's like, yeah, but I'm also a mom. And that mom instinct came out of me. Like, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And she looks at Raven and Raven looks at her and she smiles. She's like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. And then at that moment, Raven, Beast Boy, and Supergirl, they all get an alert coming from the Justice League. And it's like a big, big alert. And it's like, you have to wait till the next episode to find out what's going on. So guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that story or that episode of, the heroes of the future and stuff like that. I think I really like the way I'm taking this story. Like, I really like this storyline. And I can't wait. Like, I really hope something happens with this story. Like, I feel like this story can go in so many directions. And hopefully you guys are liking it too. So let me know what you think in the comments. If you think you would change the names of the characters, not Fidel or Corianne, because I like those names, but like Raven or like, her daughters, or even adding characters to the roster, because it's only 3. Let me know who you would add and what powers they would have and who are their parents and stuff like that. So other than that, guys, we are out. Peace.